Though it has taken 5 games, we finally are at match point. In this game between IBM and Zynga, Zynga is currently 1 game away from defeating IBM. However, if IBM wins this game, it will go on to a deciding Game 7 here in the After Hours Gaming League semifinals. In the left corner, we have Team Zynga playing for Save the Children. In the green corner, we have playing for Youth Services America, it is IBM. Let's go ahead and hop into the action and see who will get the chance to win that money for the charity of their choosing. Well, it looks like down here in the bottom left, from Team IBM, if you would like him to make the win and bring it to a deciding Game 7, give a cheer for the blue Protoss. Representing IBM, it is Diaphant. And up in the top right, oh my god, look at this, the BlizzCon 2011 attendee representing Team Zynga. His team 1 game away from winning, and he's 7-pooling Fredo, USA. Wow, an unbelievable, uncanny 7-pool. Now, ordinarily, Protosses do build their forge closer and closer to 13 supply, thereby giving them the opportunity to both cannon rush a hatch firster or block the 7-pooler. Oh, Diaphant might Diaphant when he goes to the wrong position. Oh, Diaphant! Oh my god, unbelievable. Oh, what as he turns around? Oh, does he go home? Does he advance? Fredo decides to move down with a drone. He wanted to do the Juke-a-Luke if there was some sort of probe coming up, but oh my god, at 14 food. Chrono boosting, does he have it going down? Oh, a very late forge. Oh my god. Oh my god. Looks like he spots it. He spots it, ladies and gents. He sees. Oh, it's a done pool. And there it looks like the Lings might be able to turn around and pick off that probe, but not a risk Fredo will take. This Overlord on the top side just needs to know. He needs to know. Tell me, Overlord, cause I need to know. Okay, he's not up in the top left. It means that he is down in the bottom left. And how will Diaphant defend it? Oh, he's doing the double gate. But he's gonna barely have enough money for the photon. Will it be enough? Looks like Fredo doing the economic follow-up to the 7-pool. Very common on this map, but still very deadly. Which one will he attack? Yes, the one in the middle that he has the most surface area for. And look at this near-perfect wall-off. He needs to throw down another structure. Can he get it down? Oh, it's a pylon, but I think that they can squish and squirm their way through. He's got to be careful. That photon cannon's getting increasingly close to finishing. He target fires the photon cannon. There it is. It's down to half health. It started to pick off 1. It's down to 10, 90... 50. Oh my goodness. Diaphant breaks down the cannon. And tragically, it looks like Diaphant is in a lot of trouble. We see a couple of probes going in, trying to make sure that there is absolutely no run up the ramp action from Fredo. Another photon cannon goes down just in case. And oh, the probe there, ready to block the expansion, or maybe even plant a pylon at any time. Photon cannon! Oh, he manages to get it up, and Diaphant defends the 7-pool. Diaphant. What is his worker count at? 15. However, when that larva inject pops off, Fredo will have the opportunity to catch back up. He did get a little bit supply blocked in the midst of all that micromanagement, but oh, that stings. Fredoned. Fredo pulling back a pair of Lings that weren't meant for battle. A cancel does go down, but Fredo... Oh my god, Fredo doesn't have the resources. Oh my god, Fredo's up against the Zealot. He has to run. Uncanny game sense by Diaphant, continuing to press onward. Now will be the standing representation of the pylon you always wished you could be. Meanwhile, back in the main base, Diaphant has thrown down a Nexus, sending Zealot numero dos. And we see Diaphant has 100 energy on that Nexus. Once he starts spending that Chrono Boost, he will catch it up in that worker count. Now we see the Zealot stepping forward through the middle of the map, trying to join his other twinsy. Third one coming up is going to put so much pressure on Fredo. He really has to start devoting about half his larva to units at this point. He can use that queen to defense a little bit, but once you end up getting stalkers into that fray with some good micro, ooh, this is exactly what Fredo needed. The chance to isolate and pick off a zealot. He does not get it. And now the pair continues to advance. We have more lings popping out. Fredo actually desperately needs to send that queen to the front. Diafant playing incredibly. Two geysers are down now. Still maximum energy on that Nexus. A great emergency pylon at the top of the ramp. We see the queen steps into the action. She's taking a lot of damage. She needs to get back to the creep, which has her track shoes, and there she goes. Now pulling back, and Fredo target fires the weakened zealot, and still Diafant, oh, manages to get it. The 4-kill zealot. Looks like the push at the very least has been reduced for now, but we do see Diafant walled himself in, accidentally trapping one zealot on the inside. Looks like we may very well be seeing an air toss, boss toss, following it up. Generally when you wall in, there's almost no good mass gateway transition unless you're really willing to kill off one of these buildings. So I would anticipate either Robo or Stargate. Both would be great as they would help deny this third base. Oh, and there it is. Fredo taking the third base very late. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The natural is up. Queen will begin wandering its way down, but the follow-up from Fredo has a couple of kinks in it. Diafant now chrono boosting. Getting, ooh, more geysers. Really, after the Cybernetics core, you have 4 basic choices. You can go Twilight, Robo, Stargate, or double gas geyser. Those are really the 4 tech opportunities. There's a Robo going by. More gateways going thrown down. Looks like he will use this Robo facility in conjunction with a swell of warp gates to put on a little bit of pressure. And right now, Fredo does have a little bit of relaxation period, but he does need to get the Evo Chamber and the Roach Warren down within the next minute. As we can see, that warp gate research is very nearly complete. We really need a Roach Warren done, get 5 roaches out on the field before we do any other kind of action. Ooh, look at the pretty placement. It makes an L. Another pylon plopping down. Diafant, interestingly, chrono boosting this +1 attack upgrade. Very atypical at this point, given the situation he's in. Drone transfer coming up from Fredo. There's the money Roach Warren being planted down. It looks like at the natural expansion. Yeah. We see spines and spores galore go down. Couple of more extractors also planting for Fredo, but could it be a touch too early? Is he overly paranoid? Oh no, if he defends against one of those treacherous multi-pronged attacks, the Diafant could very well go for an economic play and sidestep the whole set of units that the red Zynga Zerg has set up for him. Here it looks like the play. Sentries abound, +1 armor. Now we have an Immortal coming down. Diafant loads up those high energy sentries and has 1 lonely sentry. Oh, no, he wants to bring some zealots to reinforce. 3 sentries back home, can't be bad. Oh, he wants to bring Eritang. He's going to do the classic elevator, as we would say. Diafant going to do a little harassment at the front. Just distract Fredo enough to do a force field at this ramp. Fredo stockpiling a lot of larva, needs to begin spending it, getting these 2 gas geysers a little bit too early. Oh, Diafant from Team IBM. Will he be able to pull it back through? We have Immortal 2. The sentries now tickling an Overlord to death. More gateways. 1-1. Almost done. We see the warp gate coming up. Looks like he's not going to go for the ramp. He's going to go for that mineral line. And in perfect unison, the Zealots streak down to that third base. And up at the north, the sentries. Oh, it looks like he's going to try to run. Oh, and he whiffs it. Only trapping a small number of drones, but that's not the real danger. The unit count has only 24 lings, but where do they go? Looks like these zealots from Diafant continuing to distract. We see the target fire on the pool. Ah! The pool ends up falling. The pool is down. It looks like Diafant with some more nice follow-up force fields does have 6 gateways. Oh, he is committing. He is going for it. Meanwhile, at the third base, it looks like this pair of Zealots has done just what they need to do. Distract Fredo long enough to get this attack working. A-OK. Oh, will he force field the ramp? Will he force field it? He has the sentry in position. He may just be warping in more units, and it looks like Fredo, in a desperate defense, can only make roaches right now. There's a target fire on the layer. It's under 1k point. There it is at 3/8 health. 1/4 health. Oh no, 1/8 health. And it falls! A huge win for Diaphant with his Diaphancy play. Most important aspect to note, layer tech is where Zerg anti-air begins to be good. At this point in time, Diaphant can continue that harassment unrestricted. Immortal's a key component to this build because they let you kill off your own buildings. Tasty LA water, helping keep me hydrated throughout this match. Warp Prism, holy cow, that is a lot of sentries, and once he gets a single observer into that mix, he is going to be launching a terrifying attack against Fredo. We do see that hatch going down at the 4th, the hatch in the main. He is going to be battling macro with macro. He does have the roach warren up. He is going to try to overrun this with roaches and bases, and it looks like a very lucky snipe there by Fredo on the Immortal. Very nice pick there. Takes it down. Freydonage on the front with that Roach Ling counterattack force and buying himself some critical time. We see more Stalkers warping in, and it looks like Fredo will be able to pick off a couple of the IBM Protosses units, but oh no, the force fields, when are they gonna go down? There's a couple managing to catch some of the roaches, but not quite all of them. Fredo decides to juke it back, but oh no, will he get cut off in the alleyway? Oh, he manages to barely escape in time, but that floating warp prism is going to be a reinforcement nightmare for Fredo. We see 10 lings coming down without speed. We see 6 roaches in the unit counting station, 45 drones. Against the 54 for Fredo. Fredo will simply overpower this with a force of 1A and F for force field. And what a brilliant tactical decision popping up to the high ground. The IBM Protoss really forcing Diaphant to be in too many places at once. There's the Zealot warp in. 6 Zealots will begin streaming into the main. Preposterous. So appalled that he doesn't stay in the match. Now the front from Diaphant. Looking quite secured with that fresh new gateway planted. The front from Fredo not looking so good. More roaches getting caught off guard. The sentry energy. Look at how much purple there is. An incredible amount of purple. I would not be surprised if he were royalty. There it looks like, oh no, Diaphant with the incredible anti-roach force just crushing. With decently placed force fields, the power of those Mentor Immortals, another 6 Stalkers step in. And oh my god, much to the delight of the audience and to the dismay of my throat, it looks like Diaphant might be pushing this series to a deciding Game 7. IBM and Zynga, no one knew if they would be this evenly matched, the number 2 and 3 teams in the entire league. 2nd and 3rd only to Epic. Now Diaphant starting to step forward. Diaphant heading up to the right to do the multi-pronged attack again. There is no Zerg force field. He will be crushed. The roaches do break down the front door. We saw ShamWow win a stunning base race in game number 1 by doing exactly this, but the force of Diaphant is much bigger than was the Protosses in game number 1. The IBM toss. The IBM toss. Now breaking down the front door. The Roach Warren falls at the natural expansion. The roaches wreak havoc. The money in the bank for Diaphant is looking very high. He's building more gateways, going to do any warp in that he can, which right now is going to amount to only Zealots. No burrow for Fredo in the main base. He's building only Zerglings in that unit station. 2 drones, 1 drone. Ooh, that's going to be tough to perform in a base race, but the front has been broken. Fredo continues to step into the main base of Diaphant. A perfect way to end the series would be Fredo winning with a base race as his teammate 1-with-1 in game number 1. But Diaphant's army is so big, it's all going to come down to whether or not Fredo can prevent any probes from escaping. As we go to the counting station, we see 23 probes. They are all here. This is all 23 of the probes once I deselect the mineral fields. That is it. Fredo picking off pylons. Only Zealots can warp in. Have any probes managed to escape? We see that there's extractors around. Where will Fredo build? Does he have any more drones? He doesn't. These 2 extractors will be his only hope. The Nexus falls. No, the probes! They're going to be able to go and get a new home. He needs to kill off the probes. Oh, if only he knew. But it looks like Diaphant not going to put up with any of that. Pulling back with all he's got. If he can successfully take out this force, No need to do a base race in the slightest. Just need to fist pump and decide who's going out for game number 7. Diaphan, using his warp gates, low on pylons, has a pair of probes still hanging in the main. Oh, the Manor Nexus at his own natural. There the Roach is trying to hit from the high ground, but the Immortals hitting a little too hard. Diaphan getting unrevealed, and good game! The series ties up 3-2-3. That does mean, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the ace match. The ace match between IBM and Zynga for the chance to duke it out at the grand finals. The players heading out will be Thud Bang, the Zerg player who cinched a win on Metalopolis, versus Sham Wow, the counter-attack friendly Zerg from Zynga. Who will win? Find out after this 3-minute break.